Israel's dirty laundry hanging out.
Yeah.
And how is...
And this is the only way he can really get an Oscar. Because if he would have made a film for Israel, the case for Israel, he wouldn't have arrived anywhere. It's only because it's against Israel that it's shown so in such a dimension.
Would you consider this a treasonous, a traitorous act?
Well, I wouldn't go that far. No, I wouldn't go that far. But it's certainly something to do with...
Is it a patriotism?
Yeah, it's if you ask him, he would say he's more patriotic than most Israelis. But definitely this act that is being done by quite a few Jews, Israelis, is a damage, causing a great damage to Israel.
Doesn't this strengthen Israel's enemies in the UN? For example, that Israel is immoral?
It's not a matter of UN. UN is a political entity, and they would vote according to their interest. I'm talking about general public, especially in America, in the West. This is the public that counts. This will definitely damage the idea, and they will look at it as if that the Arabs, not that they are terrorists, but that they are freedom fighters. That's the way they will see it. And the film is very well done from the Palestinian point of view. Very well done from the Palestinian point, because at the beginning he shows that the Palestinians are suffering. At the beginning he shows that the Palestinians are suffering, but only in the end he shows for maybe 3 seconds or 4 seconds a bus blown up, but no more. That's all.
And the rest of the movie is showing on Israel's flaws.
Flaws,
ethical...
interrogation, Nazism, what have you. Terrible.
You think it's narcissistic of him to be bringing this movie out of the country?
I think it's not a patriotic move, certainly not.
Not patriotic?
No, not patriotic at all. I think it's a wrong thing to do, to have the laundry of Israel done outside, and it causes a great deal of, I think it causes also embarrassment. I was really embarrassed by many of the things that were shown.
Even if it doesn't get an Oscar win, do you suppose the film is doing more good or more harm for Israel?
No, it's not doing any good for Israel. I can't see anything good in this film for Israel. It's a film that puts Israel in a very bad, a very dim light, and in a very bad situation. And even though you have there things that no other country would do, like the opening words of Diskin, who said, if there is a man who is a terrorist and he's got his wife with him, do we shoot or don't we shoot? He said that. Now, I don't know whether the United States or Britain or any other country in the West, I'm not talking about the Palestinians or the Arabs or the Islam, if any one of these countries would make such considerations, if bin Laden was even with all his wives, they would have shot him. So they would have blown up the place. So, but the overall of this film is that it's anti-Israel, actually
anti-Jewish.
Anti-Jewish, yeah. He shows a gang of extremists who tried to kill a few mayors at that time when the Arabs were in the total terrorist activities. And then after the Jewish religious people, they suffered again and again and again. In the end, they said, we are going to revenge. I mean, the revenge is a normal thing. They want to revenge. So he shows a gang who is totally extremist, but he doesn't show the thousands and tens of thousands of Arab terrorist
attacks
who killed women, children without any discrimination whatsoever. This he did not show. It's so one-sided. It's so uneven that if you know the facts, you just can't accept it.
You consider it a betrayal to his countrymen?
It's certainly betrayal to Israel. It's not patriotic. I don't want to go further than this word.